everyone, today's video is going to be an update on my no-buy. So I started this no-buy almost 11 months ago. And if you're not familiar, I've decided I'm going to do a no-buy until I have less than 1,000 makeup items in my collection. So it's not a timed no-buy, it's more of like a, do you see this little hair that's just like, hey girl, can you not? I think that's just gonna live there today. But so it's not like a timed makeup no buy. It's not that like, oh, I'm not gonna buy makeup until for a year or something. It's I have too much, and I know my financial situation. I am a PhD grad student, if you don't know, and surprisingly, they just don't pay us that well at all, actually. So I just don't have a lot of like extra income, and what I do have, I don't want to spend it on makeup. I want to go out to dinner with John, or like a couple of weeks ago, we went to a festival, a German-American festival, not like a music festival. We're not that cool. So, you know, I have so much and I don't want to, that's not something I've really been wanting to spend my money on recently. And when I say under 1,000 makeup items, I do count my makeup per pan. So like this is one eyeshadow palette, but it is 9 items, if that makes sense. So that's what I've decided to do. So when I started this 11 months ago, I had 1,470 items in my collection. And as of today, and then last month, I'll tell you that, I had 1,409. So I had been going down for sure. As of today, I have 1,389. So I've gone down 20 in the past month, which is crazy. I took off 3 months because I was up north in northern Michigan doing some science. I was doing field work for my dissertation. And it was kind of nice, but I got to where I really missed makeup. And coming back, I still project pan, and I like project panning a lot, don't get me wrong. But I've been like really inspired, and I want to kind of step out of that project pan. And so what I've decided is, like, used to be, if I was panning something, like that was the only thing of that item I used. So let me give you an example. Let me grab, oh no, there's Hippo. There's our vacuum cleaner. We vacuum. So like currently I am panning this cream blush. And I've still made a ton of progress, and I'm still really happy with it. But used to be, this would be the only cream blush I used until it was gone. Well, now I'll be like, I'll do my makeup, I'll be like, okay, do I want to use that cream blush? Do I have another cream blush that'll look better? And that's kind of what I've been doing. And with that, I have found some items that are bad. They're just not like they don't work well, but like they've gone bad. They've dried out. So I've gotten rid of those. They'll be in my empties video for the end of the month, if you're interested in seeing that. But it's like, you know, I don't need to keep that anymore. So that's been one thing that's been kind of nice, and I've just been like really inspired by makeup. Almost every day I'm like, yeah girl, your makeup's looking fly. I don't know if people still say fly, but I was just gonna try to sound cool for a moment. My students always make fun of me because I'm like, I don't know what that means, guys. But anyway, so yeah, I've been still panning and still serious about project panning, but also serious about just loving what I have. And I've still made good progress on my project pan items, but also I've been playing with a lot of my collection, and I like that. I will say I've been really tempted by BoxyCharm lately, really tempted. BoxyCharm, if you don't know, is a subscription service. You pay $21 a month and you get makeup items. And I'm like, oh girl, I want that. I want that real bad. I'm trying to, something I've been trying to do is like, why do you want that? Do you want that because you're really interested in those items? Do you want that because it's a good deal? Because it's for sure a good deal. You know, subscription services can't last if they're not a good deal. So I've been trying to kind of really analyze why I want that. And I can't decide if it's because I want the products or because it's a good deal. And I don't want to buy things just because they're a good deal. That's how you end up with like 10 red nail polishes that all look the same. So I've been trying to be really cognizant of that specifically. And I've been doing quite a few of those videos that I like, why I'm not going to buy it videos. So something comes out, I'm like, I need that. I need that in my life. And I'm like, no, you don't. And so I go through my collection, I figure out, okay, that's real pretty, but look at this. It's almost the same. Or it'll look the same on the lid and things like that. So it just made me a lot more mindful of it. I have in the past month, I don't think I've had to buy anything. So my rule is that I buy things when I'm completely out. I will say I've been down to one setting spray for a while and only one brow gel. So if I run out of those, I have to buy new. I am now down to one foundation product. So that's exciting. It does mean that like when I run out of something, I have to buy a new one. I don't have to. I want to buy a new one, and like I don't have something else I can use for it. So it's gonna mean like I lose one off my number, but then I gain one back. So it's not gonna help that. But that's okay, you know. I'm excited that I can look at my collection and know that like what I'm using right now is new. Because that's another thing I've been thinking about lately. I haven't bought makeup in 11 months. And so like the foundation I'm using, even though it's the last one I have, it's at least 11 months old. And let's be honest, it's much older than that. So it's like, how can I really review something for y'all? Sorry, I have an itchy eyebrow. How can I sit there and be like, this is good? Because it might just be old, you know? So that's kind of something else I've been thinking about as far as being on this no buy. I am sticking strong. I've got to use up 389 more items before I buy anything else. It was really great. So for the summer, you have to buy a ton of stuff because, you know, you have to have a bunch of new field clothes. Not new, but like I didn't have very many field clothes because my field days where I got my master's, I would go in the field like once or twice a week maybe, and that would be like high, or sometimes it'd be like once every 2 weeks. So you had time to do laundry. Well, I lived in the field for 3 months, so I needed some more clothes. I needed to buy bedding. I needed to, you know, you just had to buy so much stuff. I'd buy a machete. I do own a machete. I bet you wouldn't have guessed it, but I have one. So things like that. And not spending money on makeup made me have more money for that. And like I said, I just really try to be cognizant of not just accumulating things, not just being like, oh, here's another shirt, let me buy that. But like, okay, do I want to buy this shirt that's real cute, or do I want to go out with John and us have a nice dinner together? And you know, like people say it a lot, and I know it sounds cheesy, but like I do want to spend my money so much more on experiences and going places as opposed to more clothes. So I'm trying to be really thoughtful of that, and I think the snow buy has helped because it's so easy, especially the way makeup is coming out now, where it's just like you turn around and there's a new makeup item. I watch Beauty News. I don't know if you do, but I watch Beauty News, and like they make hour-long episodes every single week because that's how much makeup is coming out, which is like, when you think about that, that's absurd, but that's how it is. So yeah, I feel like I talked a lot this video, but I'm really happy with it. I do feel like I'm making progress. I feel like I'm really enjoying what I have. I don't know, I'm tempted to buy a vanity, and I found a couple I liked that were like $100-ish. Because I have this Alex 6 drawers. I don't have a 9, I have a 6, and that's what y'all sit on. I posted a makeup collection video within the last month, and I don't think it's very cute or pretty. So I don't know if I want to buy some contact paper and like doctor up my Alex 6 drawers, which would be cheaper, and I might end up doing that. Or if I want to buy a vanity. But I know I have so much makeup that it won't fit in the vanities I've been looking at. So I don't know what to do about that. So I'm just kind of tossing those ideas around. But again, if I just keep accumulating makeup, my collection's never going to be smaller. I did get a mascara. I can show you. It's really pretty. It's the Givenchy Volume Disturbia. This was sent to me from Influencer. So if you're wondering, I don't get a lot of PR or things like that. That's not the size of my channel, and I understand that. But you know, like if influencers like, do you want a Vox box? I'm like, yes, ma'am, I would like a Vox box. I don't qualify for Octoly yet. If I did, I would sign up for things on Octoly, because again, I'm doing this for 2 reasons. I do think I have a lot of makeup, and I want to make sure that what I have, I'm enjoying and using. And also, I'm a grad student. I don't have any money. Like, just plain out. No, I don't have any. That's ridiculous. You know, we have a really great apartment that I love. John, we both have cars. Mine's paid off. John's not, but we pay on that. We have car insurance. We have health insurance. We have lights on. So we have a lot. I'm not trying, you know, and I feel like that's something it's really easy to forget about. But we do. But I don't have a lot of extra income, and what I do have, I don't want to spend it on makeup at this point. And I've also, again, being up north for so long and being in that world of field science all the time, and I am an ecologist. And if you're not familiar, most of you probably are, but just in case you're not, so ecology is really looking at the interactions of different organisms and their environment. So like, how can one organism affect everything else? And that's really what I'm interested in. I think it's cool that like, you might not think a crayfish is that important, but you remove a crayfish from an aquatic ecosystem and it goes haywire. So that's what I think is really cool. And that's that's my main study. And obviously with that, we know that humans are the worst, the absolute worst. They're killing everything. And I guess you could say I'm an environmentalist. I don't like that term because I feel like so many people that claim that are not very well educated on the actual science behind it. So I do want to throw that out there. I don't necessarily label myself that, but I like the environment. I care about it. I study it. It's what I've dedicated my life to. And I don't know, when I think I was like up north and I started thinking like, I have 44 eyeshadow palettes. The production cost and the resources used and the, like the emissions of that is significant. And like acquiring so much more, like I'm never gonna use that. My eyeshadow palettes will go bad well before I could use them up. And I know that, and that's true of every single makeup item I own. So it's just a waste of money, but it's also a waste of these carbon emissions and other emissions and resources that we have. And our resources in the world are finite. They are not infinite, and we treat them like they are. And I'm not trying to like get on my soapbox and be like, hey everyone, stop using deodorant and become a vegan and things like that. That's not what I'm trying to say. If that's what you are trying to say, I'm not like hating on it. I'm just saying it's just something I've been thinking about. And I think that the makeup community has a really large carbon footprint, especially the way things are turning out. And it's so easy to not consider that when you are buying so much. So that's something else I've thought about. Yeah. So we are down almost 100 products. I don't know if I can use up 19 products in a month or get rid of them or something. I might go through near the end or near my next like 1 year anniversary and like see like, do I really need this? Maybe I'll get rid of it. Because I'd like to have 100 products down in a year. I think that would be exceptional, but we'll see. And again, it is a net product. So like if I bring things in, I didn't, not in the last month, but when this came out, I had a subscriber send me the Riviera palette, which still is the most incredible thing in the world to me. I will just tell you, I'm not over it yet. Every time I look at it, I'm just like, are you serious? So, when I got this was 14 new items because there are 14 shadows, and I added those to my Excel spreadsheet. So, just so you know, like, it's a net of negative 100. So, maybe I can get down. That would be exciting. That's kind of the goal, but I don't know if it's realistic. But I'm gonna keep going. I feel like it's changed the way I look at things a lot, and I know that sounds really dramatic, because like you're like, girl, you stop buying makeup, like calm down. But it has. It's really made me think a lot more about finances, and I am the worst when it comes to finances. I'm like, oh, let me buy all of the things, and like I can't do that. I'm not in that place. So yeah, I hope that was entertaining at least. If you're thinking about doing a no-buy, I think it's great, but I do think you have to be in the right mindset. And I say the same thing about decluttering or project panning. Don't do things like that just for the sake of doing them. Don't say you want to go on a no-buy so you can say it, or so if you're a YouTuber, you can get like followers or things like that, because it's not going to be successful. But if you go on a no-buy and you really have like the right mindset and you have reasons for doing it, and those reasons mean a lot to you, then I think you have a lot higher chance of being successful. So that's what I have for y'all. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, and hopefully entertaining if nothing else. So yeah, that's all I have, and I will see y'all real soon. Let me know always down below if you have any questions, comments, questions, anything like that. Requests. I like to do videos y'all request. I really like talking to y'all. That's one of the reasons why I keep doing YouTube. I like YouTube. It's not my full-time job, obviously, like I've said. I'm a scientist. That's my real job. But I really enjoy YouTube, and it's fun, and it's something I can do without having to think a lot about it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.